I'm Christine. Welcome to the Recovering Perfectionist Podcast, where I empower you to develop sustainable habits, challenge society, and take messy action. It's time to align with the universe for the full human experience and redefine what it really means to be successful.
It's too good, the secret is out and wow.
Welcome back to the Recovering Perfectionist Podcast, the official podcast of the dance wellness community. And you guys, I am here with a very special guest, our newest ambassador for the dance wellness community, Miss Yuki Haraguchi. Yuki, I cannot believe that you are here right now. This is very, very exciting.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
It's very exciting for me too.
Yuki, for those of you who don't know, two-time Rhythm World and National Vice Champion, World Exhibition Champion 2023, Theater Arts Vice National Champion. I mean, the list goes on and on. I say for those who don't know, but everybody knows who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You, and not just because of what you've accomplished, but because you are one of the kindest people in our industry. I mean, truly, I have to say that every time I mention your name to anybody, everybody's face just lights up and they go, oh, I love her. So you have had such a beautiful impact on our industry, both on and off the floor. And first and foremost, I want to thank you for that, because
thank you.
That is one of the main reasons I wanted you to be a part of this, is because this is the message we're trying to come across right now. So thank you for that.
My pleasure.
Yes, of course. So many people know you, but I feel like, again, it's like in this industry when we're passing each other all the time, we say we know each other, but do we really know each other? And so I'm excited for people to hear your story, what you've been doing, what you're doing now, how this all kind of began for you. First of all, where are you originally from? Let's start there.
I'm from Japan and Tokyo, originally from Tokyo, Japan. And then I moved to England and I moved to USA.
England
for
for
study.
dancing.
Well, mainly study, but then at the same time, so there's many things. It wasn't a college study, yes, but then we didn't have university for dancing in England, right? So I had a private lessons after school, and that was the main reason. But they didn't give me a visa because of private lessons. So so yeah. So went to college.
So what made? So you decided to go to college in London, in the UK, and did you always think you were going to be in dancing, or were you going to school for something else?
No, it was because of the dancing.
Okay.
And so just I couldn't find anything else, so I just needed to be in college. I mean, in any university, right?
Okay.
Yes.
And so, I mean, dancing, it came naturally to you. It was something that you were working on. It was something that you were like, I'm going to do this. Like, how did it begin?
So I started gymnastic training when I was 3, but it was so likely with my mom doing, little things with your mom type of thing. It's not like gymnastic thing. Yeah. But then, Asian parents will put you everything. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, they would do it. They have a saying.
That sounds exactly like my dad. Just try everything.
Yeah. Because we have this saying in Japan, until the 3 years old, your soul develops. So at the end of the 3, like you need to put everything. Yeah. So you needed to put everything. So at 3, so younger age, you need to put her a lot of stuff. That's why, like, they put me painting, they put me gymnastic, they put me piano, they put me what else? It's like studying to get into the kindergarten. some sort of training program. Like, so they will put a lot of stuff, but only the few things just stayed with you. I just didn't like to go painting. I remember I was crying every time. I just remember that part. Yeah. I just didn't want to go because like I just wanted to stay with my friends on a painting day. Yeah.
Okay.
Painting training.
So what kind of what did your friends do? Were your friends involved in like sports, also dancing, or other things? Or maybe you don't remember.
Yeah, I don't think I remember when I was 3, but I
Well,
did, but I
yes.
think when you're like a 5 or 6 or something rather than like this, 4, 5, 6, I remember, the Flint was formed by some sort of school, by
Cool.
school, right?
Right.
I remember there was a mathematics school that you have to be in, it's called Kumon. You have this in here.
Okay. Yeah.
You have this, right?
Kumon. Tell me again.
Yeah, Kumon. So this is about the program about the Japanese language and mathematics. Okay, and then you do after school. I think Victor Fan has that.
Okay.
Yeah, for
yes,
side business.
Yes.
Do you know? And that's a really popular for Asian kids. And then I think I've been there with my friends. My parents didn't put me this one. I decided to go with my friends. And then I actually stayed the whole semester. And my parents got the bill after because I just stayed there. So I remember that. So that means
that's funny.
Yeah, my friends are formed by piano.
School, yeah.
All those things. Yeah.
Do you still know how to play the piano?
I do. I want to practice more often, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to be a pianist when I was little. Like I owe something in music. Yeah.
Right. It sounds like you've always been attracted to something in the musical performance.
Yeah. But I'm nowhere close to any pianist. That was my, hobby. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you turned into, an incredible champion level dancer. You came to the United States after the UK for dance, I assume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what was your first introduction to the United States?
I came here to have a tryout with Marcus Johnson, my first partner. I came here to actually dance with him.
Got it.
Tryout was done in Black Ball already. Yeah. So yeah, I came.
It was a done deal. You were coming here. So California. So San Diego. That's what landed you in San Diego.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
not a bad place to be.
Right. I'm lucky like
Beautiful.
that.
Beautiful place. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And Marcus Johnson, not a bad place to start with someone like that either. So, okay. So you guys danced for how long together?
Maybe 6 years.
Okay. Yeah.
7 years, 6 years. I danced with quite long, maybe 7 years. Yeah.
7 years. That's a long start. Yeah, to get out here and really just go for that. That's amazing.
Yeah, I think so. 7. Yeah, because when we stopped dancing, I was explaining to people like it's 7 years each.
That's funny.
So I think 7 years.
That's it. So, and you guys did rhythm?
No, we did Latin.
You did Latin.
Mm-hmm. And then maybe not even a year, last few months we did rhythm.
Okay.
And then he was the first partner that I become a finalist with rhythm. Yeah, we were Latin. We were in the semifinal, but the rhythm we switched to rhythm. We went to the final. Yeah.
Why switch to rhythm? Who initiated that, or what was the goal there?
That was a Marcus.
Okay.
Yeah, Marcus wanted to do rhythm. I just wanted to stay a little bit longer to do a little bit more Latin.
Yeah.
But he said, like, we're doing rhythm. We're switching a rhythm. And then I thought about it, and this was when Tony Meredith came in. He's been amazing, coach for throughout the year, but he was helping us to do some choreography. And then I just fall in love with all this, style of rhythm.
Yes,
And then,
it's so beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Well, and what you've been able to do in rhythm, truthfully, like I'm so glad that that was initiated with you to say, let's do rhythm, because this Latin is such a, first of all, Latin and standard are both very, very competitive styles. And they do them all over the world. I feel like there's a lot more Latin rhythm couples, so it's a lot more competitive. But when it comes to rhythm and smooth, like what Toni Redpath's doing with her global smooth systems and all these different things, those styles are so, I would say, underdeveloped compared to the international styles.
Right.
Right. And there's so much personality to them. And so much. And so I think that the rhythm style would have been a little bit deprived had you not jumped in, because it's been you've brought such a diversity and uniqueness to this style. I've really never seen anyone else that dances like you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I really am so glad that the rhythm style was able to benefit from that.
Thank you very much. But also I want to say, at that time, when I was doing a Latin in the last years, rhythm was on fire. Like there were, who was dancing?
I was going to say, who was top in rhythm at that time?
So when we were in the final, I think Emmanuel still was dancing.
Was it Emmanuel? Yeah.
Yeah, and then Purdue. Yeah.
Yes.
Ricky Benson and
Albina. And Albina.
I think they were also in the final together.
Oh yeah, there were some good couples up there.
Yeah, and then but the one before that, like we were not even in the rhythm at all. Like I remember watching rhythm and I was like, awesome. The girls feet like this, and then like it was a lot of good girls was there.
That's amazing. I love that. I love also how much of a fan you are of not just other dancers, but just other styles. You've and honestly, that's probably why you've dabbled in so many different styles too, is because you've had this hunger for lots of different. It seems like you always like to learn.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yes, that's true.
I see that. I see that a lot. Okay, so obviously we know you're the best with Danas.
Yeah.
You were with Danas for a very, very long time.
Yes.
So that started, it was after Marcus.
Yes.
Did you have anyone in between? No.
No.
Okay. So you're with Danas, and you guys are, that was a roller coaster based on what was happening in the industry. Right? Because at the end of your career, it was so clear that you guys were front runners, but at the beginning, you were kind of in the middle of the pack, which makes sense. You have to kind of work your way up as it goes.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that partnership. You guys were very, very loved.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. We loved our partnership as well. Yeah. Tell a little bit about that partnership.
It was a long time. Whatever you want to share, it's from the outside, what we had seen, so many different things. I know you had, you guys were together, you took a little bit of a break, you came back. There were lots of different things happening in the world at the time.
Yeah. Well, we didn't want to have any break. It's just it was a visa issue. And then so we waited a year.
It was a year
apart. Yeah, it was a year. And then when he came back, we started making a final. Yeah, right.
So how did it feel when you guys had that? Because that's something beyond your control. Our industry knows very well how that works when it comes to immigration and visa stuff. It's very, it's a hard thing to deal with. But how did you feel? Where were you guys at before he had to go? Were you guys already making finals?
No.
Okay.
There were one USDC we did before.
Okay.
Before we had to have that separation. That was semifinal. Yeah, semifinal. We were top of the semifinal, but we just missed it, type of thing.
Okay.
There's many people wanted to find that one spot on that final. I still remember everybody was pushing it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
absolutely. So okay. So at least you weren't giving up a spot in the final when he had to go, because that would have probably been a lot harder to deal with. Yes.
But one more time.
If you guys were in the final and then it was like, oh, he's got to go back because of a visa issue, like that would have been really hard to take a year off of your partnership when everybody else is still competing.
I don't know. Either way, it's hard. Yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah, it's either way hard, but maybe. I don't know. But if we made a final, do you think maybe? I don't know.
No, you're right.
That's a question.
Hard either way. It's hard either way. How did you deal with that year? What did you do in that year?
I was working like crazy. So I remember from the morning to the end, I was working like nonstop. I was building my business, Pro-Am. Yeah, we talked every day, from Lithuania to USA. Very positive stuff, and because it's like you need to support each other in that area, right?
Of course.
But I was working, and at the end of the year, my bank account was quite good,
Okay. So yeah, you took advantage of the moment. But you didn't think about competing with someone else. You guys were waiting for each other. You were sure that this was going to stay. You were going to stick to this partnership. I love that. That's great loyalty 100%. Right there.
Yeah, that was 100%.
Okay. I love that. So he comes back after a year. You guys jump right back into it, like you didn't even miss a beat, literally. Right?
Yes, right.
And you start making finals. So that was pretty awesome. You guys had some of the best dresses and outfits on the floor.
Yeah.
Dore was your sponsor, yes?
Yeah.
Phenomenal. You came
They
out
are amazing.
Feathers and things we've never seen that looked, I mean, it was incredible. Were you a part of the creation process of that, or how did that work?
Dawn, she always check with dancers.
Yeah.
And, I think we inspire each other. Sometimes I'll send the inspirational photos from runway or something. She will send me something. Now, I had a few things that I needed to have, like non-negotiables. And then she always laugh about it. But I needed a certain cut. Like I wanted a certain cut in my the dresses, yeah. So I wanted this cut, and then on the back I wanted this cut, and then we can do anything else. But I love that cut, right? Because I know what works for my body.
You do,
right?
Yeah.
Yes, right. So like that was the one thing that was like, can you please, put it in your mind, and then we go crazy afterwards.
I love it.
Sometimes colors. I like the two tones. So do you think you can be more crazy with the tones? And she comes up with this tones. She calls me.
You had like gradients and stuff. You had like all kinds of like you were never just with like one color dress. It always had a multicolor. It was very creative.
Yeah. But one thing it's so funny was I always typically feel comfortable or sexy when it's covered up, it's like completely covered, right? So earlier of our career with Danas, you will see me wearing long sleeves, everything's closed, like even long skirt with a slit on the side or something like that. I really love this. Like it's not because I'm feeling insecure or anything. I just feel very sexy. Like you feel sexy with the covering up. Like I don't know how, but that's how I feel, right? So me and my coach, and between Dawn, she had to peel one clothes off. Okay, take the sleeves off right here.
Start off. One thing at a time.
One day at a time. And like take the point of the stomach off. Like this is off. Like the skirt is off now. So it was like a one. Yeah, they really tried for me.
That's
and then
hilarious.
at the end of the day, I just was naked on the floor, right?
I mean, pretty much. Yeah. It was like, Yuki's going out and doing the Miss Universe swimsuit competition. No, I mean, you looked amazing.
Thank you.
Okay. So, yeah. So then, right, technically Danas retired, right?
Yeah.
Help us finish. Yeah. So at the end of that, Danas retired. You weren't sure were you sure? Did you know you wanted to keep going? What was your story there at the end of it?
So retirement. So when we did some little kind of showing in Ohio,
Yes.
I didn't choose the word retirement. I just didn't want to be like
Right.
retirement. So it's not because of anything in the future or anything. I just wanted to use the word graduation. So this is my graduation. So because like it feels like we graduate from certain things and then we can always come back, like not coming back to competing necessarily, right? But
Right.
we are all welcome in this industry. Whatever they're doing, we did some final together, and we graduate from that. And then the meaning, you have what do you call it in America? You have this like after 10 years, you have this like party, and then we come back together. Those things.
Oh,
It's
the high school reunion.
yeah, reunion, right? So
Yes.
I feel like this industry is a little bit like that. So we use the word of graduation. This is our graduation day. Yeah. So we don't know what's going to be in the future. We didn't really know what we were doing anything anyway. So that was the word we were using. Yeah.
You know what's interesting that you bring that up and the way you say it, because I was
Mm-hmm.
just talking to one of our ambassadors, Tony Nunez, and we were
Mm-hmm.
talking about how we're kind of having, I'll use your word, reunion of
Mm-hmm.
past dancers
Mm-hmm.
who, whether they've retired or not, it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
They took a long break, and some of them even took breaks for like 10 years. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And now they're back. Some of our
Mm-hmm.
male dancers, some female dancers that are back, and they're back in it, and they're doing very well. Whether they stop to have children, or they stop to, have a family, or they stop to do something else, or they just stopped because they were like, well, I'm done, right? And then they decided, oh, another opportunity came along, or they miss dancing. It's very
Mm-hmm.
interesting that you say that, because I think that's another big thing that we talk about here in this community
Mm-hmm.
is so many people think that success is defined by being a Blackpool champion, right?
Yeah.
Or winning worlds or nationals. And if you don't do that, if everyone's not working towards that goal, you're not successful. And so we're
Mm-hmm.
trying to create this narrative where we redefine what success is, because everybody's goals are different. And what
Mm-hmm.
everybody desires is different. And there are so many amazing ways to win in our industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could be top teachers, you could be top studios, you could be, student wise, but for professionals, you could win so many different things
Mm-hmm.
around the world,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be, again, everyone measures everything off of Blackpool, but
Yeah.
I know a lot of Blackpool champions who feel like that maybe wasn't even their proudest moment. They've had other moments that they felt made them feel more fulfilled. So all that to say,
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting what you're saying, because not only did you go into a new chapter into theater arts, what we're
Yeah.
going to get into now,
Yeah.
but you were seeing a lot of that happening. And I think it's so beautiful, because you're right, our dance industry is one of the very few industries, if not the only one, that allows people to come back and win in a different way. Because you
Yeah.
can't do that in the NFL. Once you're retired, you're retired. You're too old to play the game,
Right.
right? And so our industry, I mean, even our students, we have students that are 70s, 80s that are living out their dreams.
Absolutely. What a beautiful industry.
What a beautiful industry. So I think
Yeah.
it's interesting that you say it that way, because that is such a narrative that we've conditioned and programmed to be like, you decide when you're done, you retire.
Yeah.
And then you're done and you move on to maybe being a judge, maybe owning a studio, maybe just coaching, whatever it is. And now you see some of the other pros, they're coming back, or some women who wanted to have babies.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, well, how am I going to do that? I have to wait till I'm retired. Or I got pregnant, so now I feel forced to retire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. See,
there's just, well, I'm just saying, there's just
fair
that
point.
that whole thing is, I think we're trying to understand that, like, there is more than one way to continue, you know, whatever your goals can change.
Yeah,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? Yeah. So what made you decide to do theater arts of all the styles? Because you were never really someone who was being lifted, or, I mean, maybe that was something that you
No,
had wanted to do and we never knew.
no, I did not have any desire to be lifted.
Okay.
You know, but this was like really accidental. We were talking Alian and Droff
Yes.
by Instagram,
Okay.
like, you know, some sort of hi, how are you, you know, type of
Yeah, back
thing.
and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's just that we were jokingly, you know, I could try type of thing, and then he was like, "You will," and I was like, "Wait, no, 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 no. What am I saying? No, no, I don't." Right? But then, should I? And then I kind of knew that I'm going to do it. Like that was the funniest thing. Like I know, like maybe we should try, you know.
And
And
what's the worst that could happen, you know?
yeah, so so funny thing was when we talk like this on the Instagram, and then okay, maybe we will do tryout. You know what I mean? And I can be really stuck then, you know. then you
right. Then we'll see really what
you
we're
don't
working
know.
with. That's true.
Yeah, you can't just say. So like, okay, let's do this, and then we're meeting. And the next day I had Karina Siminoff for private lessons I booked a long time ago, and then I was just working on Latin technique, rhythm technique, you know what we do, right? So that was the next day. So I said to Karina, like, you know, here's this thing, and this guy like you have opportunity to do it. And then so she was actually sending me one gentleman like to have a tryout, you know, as a rhythm. So I said to her, you know, this is what's happening. And then she was like, she thought about it. Like, I still remember her face. She was like, yep, decided. She was like that, you know, like I can see it totally, you know.
Oh,
and it was like,
wow.
and then she is such a great eyes. And then, you know, we don't even know what's going to be, but that was the next day. And then she was like saying that. So very grateful for that.
That's
But
cool to
anyway,
have her blessing on that, you know, just to be like, she thought it was a good idea. That probably helps you to feel a little bit better about the decision.
so yes, right. She was, you know, of course, any person who you trust, right? Like any person, but it was happened to be next day. And
Wow.
a week later, I think I flew, and we got together and had a tryout.
That's awesome. And clearly it went well.
No,
No?
no,
Oh,
no, I did not, because I flew in, and then we straight went to the studio. And I remember, here comes this naked guy standing next, like outside of the studio. You know, I was like, wow, you know. And then I went in and then changed and then practiced, and we started with like dancing. And you know, I asked him, can we just feel each other on the floor before I go up? So we did that, and then it was nice. And then here comes in the lift, and he explained so well, like to what to do and everything. And then I think we did this, that, and then it was okay to go up there.
okay.
But then after a few times, I was like, oh, I'm going to be sick, you know.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And then I was like, first time, like, don't throw up now. You know, this is a trial, but like,
Not the time.
no, this is not the time. I just like, you know, having drink with water. And then, but then the second time I did, like, I'll be right back. And then I was like so sick. And then like
Wow.
yeah. So, and then, but that was the end of the trial. And I was like sitting in the bathtub at the hotel. And then I remember I was drinking 7-Up, because I was like, my stomach was so bubbling, and then I could feel cold because I threw up so much.
Oh, wow.
And then I was like, this didn't go well. Like I still
Interesting.
remember like this didn't go well. And then I was like going into the Amazon and like to ordering this like sickness prevention
Yeah.
band.
The
Like
relief
yeah,
band.
yeah, yeah. Like I think I should have that, you know, like anything possible.
Wow.
But then and then next day we were talking about how what muscle to strength, you know, to get stronger to be able to be lift. He was already talking about the black ball, which was a few months later, was already black ball. So when did we do it? Like it was the end of February, almost like March, and black ball was
Blackpool's in May.
May. So it's like a 2 months time.
Wow. Oh my
And then I was,
goodness. No
yeah, and
pressure.
no pressure there. But like he was already talking about it, and I was like, huh? Like he's talking about black ball.
You're
And
like, I'm a little dizzy, and I'm
yeah,
like,
like
I got sick a lot. I don't know what we're doing here.
yeah, like I was like, he liked it. I don't know, like,
Goodness.
but like that was great for me because I think it was a very good decision to go for it, and then I know what to do. Like I knew what to do then.
Did
Yeah.
you
So
think that you were going to be so sick that it was going to make you nauseous
no,
to be
because
lifted?
all the people who is doing exhibition, like they make it so easy,
They do.
so like amazing.
Oh my God.
And I was like, how like another level of respect for another professionals, right?
Yeah.
Because I was like, holy moly, like to do this and then compete rhythm after
Can
or
you imagine?
before.
I
Can you?
know I've talked to Jensen, Shane and
Yeah,
Shannon, and I'm just like, and not even that. Like, yes, they do that. They do the theater arts, then they do the rhythm. And then on top of that, they've had like a 10 plus, almost 15-year career.
yeah,
Like the sustainability to be able to be at the top level for that long.
yeah,
I mean, it just blows my mind the level. But they've talked to me. They work with a sports psychologist. They
yeah,
work with personal trainers. They work
yeah,
with on top of their dance coaches,
yeah,
nutritionists.
absolutely.
I mean, you have to have a team of people. I mean, this is now you're no longer just an athletic artist anymore. Now you're
Yeah,
like a full-on athlete of like I mean, it's like you said, it's like gymnastics. It's like, I mean, it's like takes it to a whole nother level.
yeah.
Yeah, it's extremely admirable to watch them do what they do.
Oh, absolutely
I love that
amazing.
you got to put yourself in their shoes though a little bit. Like that's fantastic.
It's you know what? I'm so grateful with that journey, and then I
Yeah.
just loved every minute of it. It just like it's like somebody talked to me about something about like it's addiction, like
Yeah.
to understand your body like this
Mm,
much to make the balance. Like you need to do certain things and then do muscle. Like you understand the muscle
totally.
internally. Oh,
It's
oh,
amazing. I
it's
know.
addiction. Yeah, it's a really amazing feeling.
I love that. I
Mhm.
love the way you talk about dance. It's very clear that this is such a love for you. Um, you've entered into some interesting new things here.
Yeah,
We now can have same-sex dancing in our
yeah.
industry, which is incredible. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I think the biggest thing, because it's a very controversial thing for a lot of people, but I think for me, from a female perspective, I
Mhm.
as like any other female pro, I have
Mhm.
a lot of problems getting enough men to dance with me because it's always the
Mhm.
women that want to dance with all the men. They always need dance teachers that are male, right, at the studios. And so this has given female professionals
Mhm.
an opportunity unlike any other to be able to dance with other female students
Yeah.
and be more seen on the floor, create more business for their growing business, their pro-am business, help some of the male teachers that have an
Mhm.
overflow of women. Tell me a little bit
Mhm.
about that because you dance. I mean, some of my favorite pro-am now to watch is you and your female students. It's so fun.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
we enjoy a lot doing this. You know, this answer might not be a very popular
that's
answer.
okay.
Yeah, but I actually never thought of anything. Like
What do you mean?
when I enter into the new category, yes, like for
Yeah.
example, theater arts is one, or dancing with a female as a leader is
Yes,
one.
as a
I
leader.
never thought of anything afterwards. Like it's going to be amazing for the female instructors and like all those like
Right. You're saying all
details.
of the benefits that came with that. You were just doing it.
Yeah, I was just like a feeling like doing it, or like
Yeah.
opportunity present. I think that's a more so than my kind of like decision or anything. It's just like a
Right.
came along, and then like, oh
You're good.
yeah, like, oh, it might be fun. That's another thing. Like, oh, it could be fun. That's
I
only
love
the
that. You're following the joy. I love that.
yeah, but
It sounds like
then
you make a lot of decisions based on joy.
well, I don't want to come across just like not thinking and logically,
No, that's
but
not what
yeah,
I
no.
mean. But I mean, like, I think, let me clarify. I think a lot
Yeah.
of people, they make decisions. A lot of people make decisions based off of either a financial gain or how is it going to make them look, whether it's good or bad, or
Oh,
things like
okay.
that. And I think when I hear throughout your career the way you've
Mm-hmm.
made certain decisions, you have
Mm-hmm.
a very good gut instinct.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you understand exactly what it is that you want, but also I think you're ready. I think you're the kind of person that if you say yes to something, you're going to make that experience great and
Yeah.
joyful for you and the other person,
Yeah.
because you committed to doing it.
Whoa, you know me now.
I don't know.
That's
That's what I'm sensing
yeah.
and what
It's
I've seen.
that's partially true. Yes, I mean
Yeah.
totally true. Yes, I doesn't mean that I feel scared. Like for example, right? Like the theater arts, one of the
Yeah.
thing, right? Like you feel like I had the 28 days altogether before the black hole, right? So like it's the fear, just the
Totally.
fear. But I think what's the important thing is just that you feel fear, but you doing it anyway. Like almost like you crying and then like it's so crying, but you moving like you running but not
Yes.
walking,
Right.
so like you don't see anything. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I think this is
But also by
what's
doing it
happening.
scared,
Hmm.
for something that is going to be a positive thing, it allows you, I think, to be able to push yourself out of your comfort zone to a level where you can learn new skills. Again, you're someone who likes to learn, so learning new skills, but also who knows what that opportunity could lead to and what this could do and how that can open up different levels. I still that thing that you said at the beginning, your soul developing.
Yeah.
Like I still have that stuck in my brain from the beginning of this conversation.
Oh.
I think that's incredible because I think that's what it feels like you've been doing this whole time is just your soul is never fully developed,
Yeah.
right? And so you're continuing to learn new things just like what your parents did for you when you were young. It's kind of full
Yeah.
circle, I feel.
Yeah, that's wow. See, I love those kind of podcasts. Sometimes you understand yourself by by doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah, maybe so. That's good. But that going back to the female dancing
Yes, yes,
as
yes,
a
yes.
leading and everything. That doesn't involve too much fear.
No.
Because it's not something. But obviously, you never really. I was always following, right?
Yes.
So this is a new thing,
You're in
and
charge now. I
no,
mean,
I
as
was
a
I was
leader.
always in charge.
Well, that's true.
But
She
that was
said,
sometimes a
don't get
problem.
it twisted.
No, I mean,
That's funny.
I was in
No,
charge
but I mean,
of
as a
myself.
student, with your female students, you want to make sure it's a different level of responsibility. You want to make sure that you're doing, you're facilitating somebody else's journey now as a
Yeah,
pro-am instructor. You do it
yeah.
as well with your male students, but I can imagine there's maybe just a hint more of responsibility when it comes to having to be the leader in the partnership.
Yes, of course, like the idea is a little different,
Yeah.
but so I was talking to, who was I talking to, last competition, I think, Nevada and Vivo, or
Yeah.
something. And then he told me that, oh, so what do you feel like you're leading, kind of things like that. So I said to him like this, like, now I know what you guys are feeling. I yeah,
You've stepped in their shoes.
I respect leaders. I
Yeah.
really do. And then I'm learning what not to do as a followers, because
Yeah. Oh,
you never experience this until you actually put,
yes.
like you're saying, a responsibility for students or followers, yeah, and then to do things, and then compete.
Mhm.
I just like learning. I just feel like learning so much about being followers, and then, like, I was like, do not do this, because that's what I used to do in the following. So
Wow.
like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because it's like they do so much though.
Hmm.
They pick you
They
up,
do.
they do this, and then they go off, they try to change around, and then my students are like, both of them, the female students, they are so sweet and then very talented, so it's okay. But like, I can see that now.
Yes.
I wanted to go this way without him, sometimes, right?
Right.
So yeah, those
Yeah,
things I'm
it's
learning a
humbled.
lot.
It sounds like it's humbled you a little bit in the following department, because you really realize what, the other side is doing.
Yes.
That's amazing. I love
Yeah.
that.
Did
I
I
love that
cut
perspective.
anything? Yeah.
No, no, no,
That's
you're
my,
good.
yeah. But that's the thing, it's like really, I respect leaders. I do.
Yeah.
I always do. And then I respect followers before, but it's now
Yeah.
it's even so, right? Hang on,
That's
let me just
amazing. Yeah.
charge my phone.
I love it. That's amazing. So now, on top of
Yes.
all of that,
Hmm.
now all of a sudden we see you in Hawaii all the time. You're doing all
Yes.
you're like going to the island, you're coaching, you're creating some programs over there. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing in Hawaii.
In Hawaii, I work for Aloha Ballroom company,
Hmm.
owned by Tony Meredith and Keith Michael. They, Tony is always my coach, and
I was gonna say
Keith.
he's been with you since, sounds like, the beginning. So what a friendship
Yeah,
that you guys have.
yes, absolutely, yeah. And so in Hawaii, we have a lot of like Japanese, how to say it, like
Wow.
fourth generation of
Wow. Right, because it's so
girls.
close.
It is. And then of course there's a non-Japanese people, of course, yes. Like, it's not, I'm not talking about only Japanese people, but
Right.
a lot of people want to learn dancing, and then happen to lucky enough to find Keith and Tony.
Wow. I love that.
Yeah, so I'm coaching them a lot, once a month. And now I'm hosting with Tony Meredith, with Aloha Ballroom company, like show, pro-am show in Japan, in Osaka, in November the 1st. Yes, in Hard Rock Cafe. And it's going to be pro-am show. And then also Shane and Shannon is coming to do the pro show.
Oh,
And
wow.
right, so that's one of the few projects that I do with
So totally full
Ballroom.
circle. Now you're back in Japan. Like, how cool is that to be able
Yeah,
to go all through the world, from UK to San Diego, Hawaii, and back to Japan, all with this beautiful skill that
yeah,
you've been able to share with the world? Like, how
yeah,
amazing is dance, right?
yeah. It's really great. It's beautiful to give back, right? So
Love it.
yeah, it's nice to. I have no idea how it goes, right? Because it's like they never seen those kind of shows, because
Right.
Tony and Keith created such a show. I don't know if you guys saw any of the uh, past shows that they create. It's amazing. It's the
Wow.
production. It's not
Yes.
just like a cha-cha routine doing it. It's a
Right.
whole production
The
of it.
whole thing.
Yes. So yeah,
That's
I
amazing.
feel
What a
like,
beautiful thing to be a part of.
yes.
I love that. And not a bad
Mhm.
gig. Again, you go from San Diego to Hawaii. I mean, you didn't think it could get any better than that, you know? So like you're in beautiful places doing something wonderful.
Yeah.
I absolutely love, this has just been so fabulous, just to
Thank
hear
you.
more about who you are,
Yeah.
why you've done what you've done, some of the decisions you've made and why you've made them. I want to know from an industry perspective, because
Mhm.
you've really been in so many different genres and
Yeah.
so many different areas of our industry.
Mm.
Um, from a support, you said you've had some incredible coaches, incredible partners. You've had some wonderful partners that have
Yes.
been there for you along this journey.
Yes.
What do you feel our industry, from a professional standpoint, what did you feel maybe was lacking a little bit in when you were, I mean, at some point you were going on to the next competition and probably a little jet lagged here and there, doing shows, doing things. What could you have been, how could we have supported you more in that moment when you were at your peak?
So again, this might be not the answer you guys wanted to hear, right?
No, I
But
want to hear
yeah,
it.
yeah. But I do feel like this industry gives you a lot of things. At least, at least when I was competing with Danis or even Alien, I had an incredible support,
Okay.
and it could be a near or far. There was a mental support, physical support. Uh, yes, like both, they were amazing. I don't
And you
think
were
there
getting
was a
this from, where were you getting this from?
from every
Coaches?
of every inch of air. I think it's like coaches, dress designers, a hairstylist, makeup artist,
Okay.
friends, family, um, friends that we competed together. That's also, it was a support between us. Yeah.
Ah,
Of course, between partners, so I don't think there was anything that I would ask for more.
okay.
I don't feel so. I feel they've been always there for even bad critiques or even bad something that we hear, that either, always hear, either you get better or bitter.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a really true story. And then, like, those critiques are amazing because
Well,
that
yeah,
you
it's
to
feedback that you need to be better.
right. So, but you
Totally.
have to know how to take it, though. Yeah,
Right.
but then, so I going back to this, like, I don't think it's doing anything better, but I have one thing I would do better for me.
Okay.
Yeah, was that um uh take a rest.
Rest more.
Well, like the take a rest for, okay, we don't do this competition because we're working on something else, you know,
Mm.
or we will take a day off from work.
Right.
I don't know. See, I don't know, right? Like what to do.
Right. So it sounds like what you're saying is maybe being more intentional
Yes.
about not just working and putting in the studio time just to put in the studio time. What is the goal you're working towards? What are the competitions that matter to accomplish that goal?
I
Maybe
think
around
the
there.
goals are good. Like we were pretty good at that, right?
Yeah.
But um, take it easy in some of the parts. You
Yeah.
know, okay, today we just resting at the pool, or
Right.
after work, I will chill at the pool. I never do that, right? I will
I
be
see.
finding something to do, accounting, you know, right? Like, even though you're not
Yes.
physically working,
Fill your time. And now you're mentally exhausted,
I think so. But then
right?
sometimes you are so addicted to the passion and then you don't feel it.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that might be something like, right, active resting.
Active resting. Love
Yes.
it. Love it.
That I would
Absolutely.
do.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's very, very good. That's great advice for all the couples still competing and for yourself, for the future. Do you ever see yourself getting it back on the floor in a professional instance? I mean, never say never, but
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's always never say never. We see.
okay. Keep us guessing. I like that. We never know where we're going to see you. Hey, we're ready when we do. We're very excited. Um, I want to thank you so much. I have, when you and I had this conversation first off recently, actually at NB Ball,
Yeah.
to talk about you being a part of this amazing new community we're working on. It was I told you how big of a fan I've been of yours. We've been,
Thank you.
acquaintances and friends, and kind of developed, a rapport together. And it's been an absolute pleasure to watch your career just take flight, and just you continue to thrive in anything you set your mind to. And it's just such a beautiful thing to watch. And like I said, on top of that, your kindness, I think, is the thing that I notice the most, because you have, I don't want to say any reason to be a diva or to be the person that, because you have all these titles, but I don't think that those people have reason either. But at the same time, who knows? They always say don't meet your idols, so you never know if that person's very nice. And I think for a lot of people who look up to you, they're very happy to meet you and find out that you are one of the kindest people, and you give time to people, and you're happy to say hi, and you're happy to have a conversation. And that is an incredible, that just goes to show you probably had really good parents and a great, great upbringing and things like that allowed you to thrive in those environments. Yeah.
That's a huge compliment for me, because before dancing, you need to be that kind of person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Right.
that's kind to yourself, kind to others, right? Yeah. So that's amazing compliment. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it needs to be said. Give credit where credit is due. So, yes, so thank you so much again for being not only here and having this conversation, but also being such a beautiful part of our dance wellness community. I've shared with a few people already before this episode came out that you were going to be our ambassador, our newest ambassador, and so many people were so excited. They were like, "Oh my gosh, what a great choice." So
Thank you.
I know a lot of people are excited to talk to you more about what we're doing here and share. And you have so much knowledge to offer. That's another reason why this is such an important, collaboration, is because people want to know how, a lot of people are probably wanting to follow in your footsteps a little bit, or have some of the success that you've had. And what's so cool is, just like what you said, you've stepped into so many different shoes, being now doing the pro-am as a leader, doing the the exhibitions in the theater arts, rhythm, Latin. You've stepped in so many different areas that you have so much knowledge and expertise to share. And it sounds like you're never really too worried to try something new, and not be and be worried that you're not gonna do great at it. It sounds like you're ready to go. Like you said, you do it scared, even if you are. And I think that's a beautiful lesson for people to learn as well.
Great. Yeah, absolutely.
It's exciting. It's exciting. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of this.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
I'm excited to see where we can go with it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Finally, we did it.
Finally, we did it. Here we are. Yes. All right. You guys, thank you so much for being here. If you know someone that would like to sign up, because if you're listening to this, you're already a part of our community, which is wonderful. If you're not a part of our community, you can sign up for the Dance Wellness Community at dancewellnesscommunity.com. And you can see all the wonderful things that we have to offer, including what Yuki's going to bring to the table. And we are so excited to have you all on board. And there is way more to come. Thank you, Yuki, for being here. And we'll see you guys next week.
It's too good, the secret is out, and wow,